says, just guess what? Chicken butt. But
why in the world would you buy this shirt?
I don't know.
Welcome to another episode of JGO Presents Teeshirttales. Teeshirttales is where I explore the reasons behind why people wear, create, and choose certain t-shirts. Some t-shirts make a political statement, some t-shirts make a fashion statement, and some t-shirts make no statement at all. Sometimes you just happen upon a t-shirt.
So tell me about, where did you find this t-shirt?
It's a collaboration between Takashi Murakami and Uniqlo. I think Uniqlo is a Japanese brand, and I think Takashi Murakami is a Japanese artist.
Did you go to the store specifically to buy that shirt? Did you know about the collaboration beforehand, or were you just shopping and came across it?
I think I was looking for a bathing suit on the day that it happened to release. So I went to the store and there was like this incredibly large line, and I'm like, wow, it's a really long line for bathing suits.
Had you heard about it before, or was it a complete surprise?
I did. I heard about it, but I completely forgot. It like flew over my head. Mm-hmm. And I just so happened to be in the area. So I was like, oh, let me just go look for a bathing suit. And I ended up standing on the line to get like 3 of these shirts. They're inexpensive too. They're only like $15.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I can get some shirts. I need some shirts.
Are they all the same, or are they different?
I got 2 white ones. One has like a small pocket, and then I have a black one with the pocket as well.
And do they have similar designs? Are they like the flowers?
Yeah, the flower, they're on the pockets. They're just like a bunch of flowery designs. I like Uniqlo. It's like one of the few places that are like nice quality clothes for pretty inexpensive.
Yeah.
So I'm an avid like Uniqlo shopper.
So was there a long line? Did you have to wait?
Yes, there was like maybe 10 or 15 people in front of me, and I couldn't actually go select the shirt. There was like a clipboard with like pages of just different styles of the shirt, and I just had to pick which sides I needed. So I got all the shirts and then just was like looking at them in person, and I was like, oh, I don't want these.
Oh, so you like basically selected all of them, and then once you got them, edited it out.
Yeah, to make my shopping experience.
And how did you come to know about his work? What is it about it that, like, his work that attracts you?
I like the colors, and it's just like a shape with things on the inside. Yeah, it's very fun, very playful. It's very attractive.
As done previously, I enlisted the help of students of mine, some from the video production in the field workshop, both at the New Lots Library and Coney Island Library, in partnership with Bric Arts Media.
Hi, my name is Cabrina Willis. I am from Houston, Texas, and I moved to Brooklyn about almost 2 years ago now. Brooklyn has allowed me to explore my own sense of style, and unbeknownst to me before I moved here, I was Brooklyn and Brooklyn is me. So I had $100 to spend, and I was shopping. I still don't remember the name of the mall in Brooklyn. I decided to shop in the clearance sections of both Marshalls and Burlington. And in Burlington, I came across this t-shirt for about $8. I really like it because it says Tokyo on it. It's nice and bright yellow. kind of youthful looking like myself. I hear that Tokyo is very much like New York. I'm not really sure about that because I haven't been, but I think it's a cool place that I'd like to visit someday. It's a piece that I decided to buy because I figured it was kind of something I could mix and match and make look eclectic with other pieces. And I bought this long, I guess, blazer type coat that also cost about $8. So for $16, I had a nice little ensemble.
TokyoFashion.com, showing how t-shirts can be incorporated in your outfits. One thing I noticed among the interviewees was the love of Japanese fashion.
This shirt has a Japanese cuisine on it, and I'm in love with Japanese culture. They love hip-hop music. I'm involved in hip-hop music, so anything Japanese, I gravitate to it automatically. And this was a shirt that brought me closer to feeling I'm getting closer to my dream of going to Japan. I found this shirt at a Japanese store in New York named Uniqlo, Uniqlo. They say it's like the Japanese version of H&M, so I got it from there.
So I got this shirt online. I think I Googled T-shirts, Colin Kaepernick. Yeah.
Are you listening? Damn. Yeah.
So I got it for a specific reason. And that is because I'm a member of a golf league, Marine Park Seniors Golf League. During the winter, at some point, someone from the league, I don't remember exactly who it was, but I think I do, sent an email to the club email list. It was around the time that the controversy was brewing between the NFL players and our esteemed president. And this individual sent it was either a video clip or a statement of some sort. I think it was a video clip about why the NFL players should be standing. Oh, so yeah, he sent the post to the entire club. It wasn't just to me. And the reason that that's significant is because the majority of the club are of European descent. And they're a lot older as well, which is, I think, a significant factor because they have a different cultural perspective than younger people tend to, especially on matters of why one might or might not wish to protest. Some of the responses began to roll in over the course of the next couple of days. So after about 3 days, I think I had heard enough, and I composed a little letter trying to explain the perspective of a person from the African diaspora. It just basically said that people who have diverse experiences, and I think that some of the responses from the members of the club who are not sympathetic to the players probably had a lot different experience than someone who looked like the players. I haven't held my hand over my heart during the national anthem for at least 3-4 decades in protest. So this was not something that was new to me. I don't think that I needed a role model to decide to protest. I decided that all on my own because after I was a teenager, into my 20s and then into my 30s, I began to notice how I was treated differently, primarily by state actors like the New York City Police Department. And so then when I would say the national anthem or sing it or say the Pledge of Allegiance and listen to the words, I said, wait a minute, that's not really true. So I stood, but I didn't put my hand over my heart. I don't know if anybody noticed, I didn't really do it for them. At the dinner last year, I sat during the national anthem. And it was funny because some of my buddies who are of European descent, I mean, we're really close. Like I have an Italian friend, I have an Irish friend, and I have a guy who doesn't know where he's from. He was my best friend. And they're joking. They're like, are you going to sit or are you going to get up? Are you going to kneel? Are you going to take a knee? I said, I'm too old to take a knee because then I have to get back up. But I'll probably just sit, you know. And they're like, okay, we're going to hide you, okay? So you don't get in trouble. I'm like, whatever. That was the first time they played the national anthem at our golf dinner. I've been a member for 5 years. And I know they did it because they wanted to show their agreement with the president's position and disdain for the player's position. I know they didn't quite see it that way. I think they just thought they were being patriotic. But then kind of politicized my golf league, which is like, I just like to play golf. So I figure I'll politicize back. And I won the biggest trophy this year. So when I go to get my trophy, it's like this big. I'm gonna have my shirt on.
Brooklyn in the house. Brooklyn certified. Now tell me the motivation for getting this shirt.
Well, Brooklyn now became commercialized. So this shirt resonates with before the commercialization of Brooklyn. I was already certified in Brooklyn. So that's why I like this t-shirt, because it's not following the trend. It was before Brooklyn was cool, I was a part of it. So Brooklyn plays a major part in my lifestyle, because this is where I grew up, this is where I was born. It resonates with me because I have the area code 718 tatted on me. So when I saw, I know I had to get it. It was a magnet to my soul.
The late Peter Tosh. Peter Tosh was a member of the Wailers, Bob Marley and the Wailers. He was one of the founding members. Most of his songs depicts the advocating of legalizing marijuana. From his early 70 albums, he'd been pushing for the legalization of marijuana. Unfortunately, shirts like this are hard to come by within the US. But if you're in Europe, Germany, there are plenty there. Most of the ones I see here are Bob Marley, Bob Marley. Right? People see me with this one, they just go, where you got that from? I would say, well, I was overseas and I picked this one up. He would smoke openly while performing on stage, and he was a character who would entertain. I remember as a little boy seeing him perform with a guitar shaped like an M16 machine gun, and that was out of this world. But yet I don't know why some people say, oh, Bob Marley was my favorite. But just like everybody have a favorite Jackson, a favorite Beatle, Peter Tosh was it for me, you know.
Legalize It, the name of his solo album from 1976. He advocated why not legalize the herb. His Bush Doctor album pushed it a little further, and his last album, he had a track called "Me Nah Go to Jail for Marijuana." Had he been alive today to see that some states legalize marijuana, he probably be smiling.
What brought my eyes into this particular item? I was on a trip in vacation, and so walking in those souvenir store, it's just like love at the first sight. I look at this and they said love, and we all know what does love mean. God is love, and when you have God, you got love, and when you have love, you got everything. But talking about the teacher himself, what fascinates me is they have different facial expressions of this great man who brought the reggae music to a different level, political, international, and a dancing movement. But the way they adjust the color in the t-shirt, the yellow and the black background with the different facials, it gave me an idea how he was thinking and how he was feeling in any one of these facial expressions that we have here. And it really gets me because the first one is expression of love, the second one is expression of concern, and the third one is the expression of rage and encouragement. And I will get this item and pass it on to anyone that would like to know about the history of this shirt. And we can see the back of the shirt also. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 pictures, if I'm not mistaken, where he also gives another expression, another sentiment, more spiritual, more find yourself. And because he was who he was and what he represents, I decided to get this item. I feel very proud of this item. And you see it's a short sleeve, very comfortable, very nice material. I wore it a few times, and the face is still smiling. And you can see here, the color is still alive. And this is an excellent, excellent shirt. I recommend it. Get yourself one.
Some t-shirts are randomly chosen, while others are carefully chosen.
So talk a little bit about you and the choices that you made when choosing a t-shirt, and how long you've been interested in purchasing t-shirts and why.
I've been buying t-shirts for forever, like for a long time, like maybe 20 years or something. But I never really thought of it as something that, you know, the way I feel now, where I want to wear a shirt on a certain day for certain people because I feel this way, until maybe like 3-4 years ago. Yeah, so now it'll be like, well, I like these shirts because I like this movie. And I think that if I go outside and wear this shirt, people will dig it or have conversation starters. Now I'm a little bit more into how people will react to it. So I keep that in mind whenever I buy a shirt or wear a shirt on a certain day or something. This here, like this is the Last Airbender, the TV show Last Airbender. I think it's on Nickelodeon now, or it used to be on Nickelodeon, however it is. I've never seen the show, but I know every one of my friends who've seen it say you have to watch the show. It's a great show. How come you haven't seen the show yet? So I wore this today, just assuming that somebody out there is going to say, "Oh, I know that show." You know, just kind of like that feeling there. I guess I wanted to be noticed. You know, before I didn't really care whether I was noticed or not, but I just kind of hit a point where if I'm going to go out, let people see me. You know, let people, well, judge me if they want, but I mean, like, you know, shower me with some praise or something. You know, which is something I didn't care about maybe, well, not even 10 years ago I didn't care about. Well, this here is the Black Panther shirt here. This is, it's, well, obviously it's the comic book. This is the original Black Panther. So this was back from, I guess, the 63, I forgot. Whichever Fantastic Four comic book he came from. The original lettering and everything. So before, like maybe like a year or so, I bought this. So I would be going around, walking around, whatever, and people would say, "Oh, Black Panther, you know, cool, you know, whatever." And then closer and closer, the movie started coming along. And then Black Panther showed up in the Civil War movie, the Captain America Civil War, Marvel movie that came out. So then everyone's like, "Oh man, Captain," you know, more and more people start noticing, "Oh, that's Black Panther, that's awesome." Then the movie was getting ready to come out. So now everybody wants to talk and stop and say, "Wow, this movie's gonna be great. Did you buy your tickets yet?" Yes, I did. So, yeah, so I mean, it meant something different from, like, you know, even a year ago. It meant something different from what it is right now. You know, from something cool, from like kind of retro to like kind of like this whole pop culture movement that's going on right now with Black Panther, the movie coming out. He came from like this fictional country called Wakanda, which is the most technologically advanced country in the world, which is why his suit is like bulletproof and all sorts of great stuff like that. So it's interesting to have a comic book character to come from Africa, not only there, but then to be the most technologically advanced country in the world, be in Africa, you know. So I don't know how much that story kind of blew up when it came out, but now with him showing up in the movies, it's a big deal. There was on YouTube, there's like a film pundit, I guess you can say, who had to make a specific video teaching people why this is such a huge event, you know, because I guess in movie fandom, people don't really understand why Black Panther is a big deal, but it's a huge deal. And I'm hoping it makes $1 billion when it comes out. Just so people can finally start putting black characters in movies and not have them be a side character or a bad guy or something like that. And let's do something more with that. So, I mean, it's weird because it says so much with just, you know, a guy in a mask and Black Panther written on it. But all that, you know, it just comes to mind when you start thinking about it. So I guess that's like a really big way how a T-shirt can speak something that a human, like a person just walking around can't say it. Like, to some people, just, okay, it's just Black Panther, right? The comic book character, Black Panther. To some, it brings to mind the movie, where it's like, oh, we're going to watch this movie. To some, and when you think about the movie, you think about how there's no real black representation in film. So now you have this character who's going to be a good guy, a superhero, a main character for a $200-something million budgeted movie that's going to make a ridiculously large amount of money. So all those things at once kind of come to mind when I think about it. So it's almost political when I wear the shirt, you know? And not even like Black Panther Party. It's like just the Black Panther, the character. So yeah, it becomes like almost a political statement when I wear it.
So if you're on Facebook, please join the Teeshirttales group, and please share your t-shirt pictures, and you can let me know if you're interested in being considered for a future episode in sharing your t-shirt tale. I look forward to hearing from you.
I'm Sheldon Young, and my brand is called the Urban Cowboy. The bull skull is my main logo, and it's a representation of life. Life is tough, the bull is tough. The grab the bull by the horns motto, it's supposed to inspire men to, find that balance between work and leisure. That's the only way you can find some sort of freedom in what we do every day living this life. I'm into bikes. So I got a motorcycle. Some guys, they do the gym thing. Some guys, they into trucks. Whatever that leisure is, we need that balance. And this is the only way we find that sense of freedom. Overall, my line is to inspire men to live free and find that balance. And hopefully, when they wear that bull skull on their chest, it's like the S on Superman's chest. You feel that emotional connection because you're living that lifestyle. Thank you.